Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. So today I will be presenting to you a warehouse management system by our group, and this management system is our semi-final project. My name is Mohammed Shana with number matrix of 202463001. Will be presenting to you this project. So this is the organizational structure, which is I, Mohammed Razim China here, will be the team lead and also the slide maker and also the ID supervisor, while my teammates Anam ZIKRI and Muhammad Afidani was the main programmers and the coding compiler. So next we have the introduction for this program. So basically the program is a warehouse sorting system also can be named. It is a program where you can either become a user that can become two roles, um, which are the customer or worker. Each of these roles have their own purpose and also their own jobs. So as a customer, you can do a bunch of different things, and as a worker, you can log in and use a password. And if you grab password, then you can access the system.
Right, so this is our UML design. So the first class at the top you can see is the user, which will be the superclass, and then we have two class next to it, which is customer and worker that inherits from the user class, and we also have item that has relationship with customer, which is aggregation of one to many, where one customer can have many items.
So next is the use case diagram. Pretty simple as well. As you can see here, the user can be either a customer or a worker. And also the choose role, it extends to enter personal info and login with password. So the personal info, as you know, it can be done with a name, a number matrix, or even a worker ID that can be put it into the stuff. So the first thing we have here is actually the user. So a public abstract class user is actually defines the blueprint for all user types. So from here, you can actually access to become a worker or a customer. So it cannot create user objects directly, meant to be extended by other classes, which is um, user extends worker and user extends customer. So that's how it works.
So this is the customer class, which extends from the user class, meaning it inherits all user-related attributes like name and phone. But the main focus here is on item management. Each customer can hold up to 50 item objects in an array. We've included an add item method that safely adds an item if the list isn't full. Then there's display items, as you can see, which lets us loop through and show all added items, perfect for a shopping cart style feature. Next one is to track the total number of items. We use item count, and we also added get item count method to return that value. We also included get total weight, which adds up the weight of all items, useful if we are dealing with shipping or delivery logic. And finally, we override display info to show the customer's details in a clean format. Overall, this class makes it easy to store and manage a customer's item while keeping their basic user info accessible. This is the worker class, which also extends user, meaning it gets basic info like name and phone, but with an extra attribute, worker ID, to uniquely identify each worker. So I've overridden the display info method to print the worker's name, phone and ID clearly. And then one of the key features is view all customer items, where a worker can look through all customers and show every item they've added. It even skips customer with no items, which makes the output cleaner. There is a read from file method. This is where things get interesting. It reads customer info and item data from a file called import_item.txt. It separates data by lines, parses it properly, and prints it out. This simulates a worker being able to access saved data, maybe from a past session or another system. It also includes error handling for missing files or corrupted input, which keeps it safe and user-friendly. In short, this class is perfect for managing and viewing customer-related data from both memory and file storage, just like how back-end staff would manage warehouse or order details.
Okay, so now I'll be explaining the public class item. So here you can see that it is declared that three private things, which is name, weight, and also owner. So from here you can see that it also initializes the item's name, weight, and owner when a new item is created. So basically here it's a getter method to return the item's weight.
Okay, now let's look at our main program. First, we create an empty list to store the customers and workers. And at the bottom here, this is a never-ending menu where this create loops until you say you want to exit. So when they choose one, they will be customer. So we will create their profile and we will let them add their item. So actually they can see their items also. And for the next one, so when they choose two, they will be workers, and here they will log in with a password that have been fixed, that is what. So here actually, so actually for workers, they can view their own profile and they can view all the items in the system, and they can import data from files into the system. So the next choice will be three, that is exit, where they will close the system. So now let's proceed with the sample.